So greetings. Can't stay away. My mind is all the time at this now. So the reply Maryam Nawaz or Safdar has given to Jemima Goldsmith, I don't think it is fair at all. So she said, all this have nothing to do with you and I have better things to do. And what better things do you have to do? When better things were to be done for Pakistan, you never did anything better. Maybe for yourself, selfish better. You have no better thing to do. एक तो ये इस्लाम लेके taken Islam Gharib. So I've spoken about that, but what I want to say now is that first, this Nawaz Sharif denies the cases that Supreme Court. The Supreme Court, my father was saying that in London, there are people who resign if there's some, like Ram sent Sita away. His own wife, beloved, because someone, that was long time ago. Maybe you can judge that. Who's going to judge it? I mean, these Britishers, they resign. They have this much honor. But Pakistanis hold on to their seats. Pakistani politicians, shamelessly holding on to their seats and their positions and all this. Baba, it is too much now for us. I didn't have the heart to see this. Maybe if Nawaz Sharif may be cooperating with the Arabs or whatever he's doing, because I said long time ago that he's a puppet of America. देखें, अमेरिका तो अमेरिका है ना. अगर मुझे क्यों नहीं आई, मेरे पास क्यों नहीं आई? Why didn't America come to me and say, because they know that I'm not going to take a bribe. So they've seen the loopholes, they've seen the shaitan in our own Islam community, Muslim community. That's why they can come. If everyone, Islam, hum log ban karenge McDonald's. Someone, one Muslim girl will say, I've become a Muslim, I'm going to now not encourage these. Who are they, the American government and all? What can they do to us? If every one of the Pakistanis, Afghanistan, Iraq, see, Iraq, they put Saddam, and Saddam could fight Iran because he is a Sunni Muslim. His father or him was against the Sayyids of the Shias. So we have our own, we should look at our own mistakes. God helps those who help themselves. God has said this also in the Quran, but when a helpless person, that is also so that तुम बेसहारा हो तो किसी का सहारा बन जाओ. Yani, if you feel helpless without any succor, savior, become a savior to someone else. Have to consider all these things. And I'm just giving points, okay? Please, I'm not Haris Sultan or someone like him. Human rights essay without proper investigation. I have for years seen how this Kashmiri woman, doctor, how she treacherously, deceived us for years. I lost my mother's life to this. like the therapy she used against us, calling my father a miser in front of me. So I will come to the befitting reply. There's no befitting reply. This is not any sane, normal, uncorrupted person can see. Okay? To Jemima, this is not a befitting reply. And because of your ex, I still have to complete that. Because of your ex-husband. पहले जाके उससे sign करो. Right? Diwar. I could have become a convict, like in Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. Why didn't America come to me and say, why? Because I cannot be sold. I stood up against some Matthew's girlfriend, Marianne Williamson, in Karachi American School for that poor Catholic Goan Pakistani no one stood up for. While Marianne Williamson was abusing her. Could it be a befitting reply to me long time ago when I was a child, what my grandmother, I was abusing my aunt and her. My mother used to take me into her room. I was so small, my hands were so small. She had the heart to punish me with a heated match on my skin, hand skin. How many times she did it as long as I stood there abusing. And whose fault was it? Go and look at that song, Krishna Ni Beg, that by Colonial Cousins. They actually positioned me in that way, cornered me to abuse her. Do you know what this grandmother was doing to me? I couldn't speak out, I was so shy. My mother would have gone insane at that there and then. What would have been her memory? It would have stuck to her all the time. You know how many men were in that servant quarter? And now that Bengali cook was holding me. Now I wear gloves to cut the onions and the garlic here. Because Abu Dhabi has financially given me that support. Not that I'm not grateful to them, but all round, I hope they have patience with me. Because I want good for the people. How ignorant can we be as Muslims? Imran Khan is talking about the poor Muslims. And another thing is that this Tariq Masood, they sent, after for a month, he complained against me, reported my videos on YouTube. Facebook. Live stream. He's come to my page. And then has also called me a Randi, but he never got reported. He reported my case on Facebook. They kept me away, what do you call that? For a month, 30 days. Again, the Kashmiri thing. I said, हम रहम खा के रिपोर्ट नहीं करते थे पाकिस्तान में सदर घर पे ये सर्वेंट्स वल्गर ऐसे पता है औरत को women what the Safdar's younger brother and Manzoor did मुझे तो कर लिया, फिर दूसरी औरत को भी. She was a virgin and they saw it and they went into her. They're telling me, a child, well, they did it behind me and they molested me. If I was to report, pata nahi kitne Pakistani would be in jail for sexual assault. These poor Pakistanis who have become rich now, the Safdar's lookalike, Safdar's brother lookalike, Sheikh Mubarak al-Nayan. And not only Safdar's look-alike, but the same kind of action now with an adult, with an elder, with a woman, his age or younger than him, sorry, a Britisher. If I was, and back to Pakistan, if I was to complain about sexual assault, more than half, maybe, I don't know how much percent, the Pakistani males, Muslim males would be in jail. What will happen to the Pakistan? What would happen to that country? I was just thinking of that, so I wanted to tell you. Not only me, there was another Christian, going to Bori Bazaar, Sadar, walking. They touch, and my principal, St. Joseph's College, Mummy, Mrs. Munira Gulzar, told me to tell my friends in St. Joseph's College that they should not go out and walk. The Christians walk because they're the Christians who live in Sadar. My friend Shirley, she took me to her place. We walked to her place. These poor Christians, they have to walk outside to go to their place. They can't go in a rickshaw. The house is nearby. They're building the apartments. What they had to go through for so many years. And yet the principal is telling me to tell my Muslim friends not to go out, walk there outside college. There's a bad man there. So many bad men out in Pakistan. So when will you Muslims realize? अगर हम लोग कंप्लेन करते उस टाइम पे, अभी तो बोला था कि तारिक रोड नहीं जाना, संभाल करना, किसी से ऐसे बात नहीं करना. हम किससे बात करते हैं? Recently this man barged into the shop and started to talk to the shopkeeper like he knows him. So I thought, and he spoke to me and he said his wife is Bastaki. Wife was Bastaki who died of cancer. So I was like, maybe the principal and they have sent him. He has been following me. Do you see how they have been following me, my thing? In Karachi, I was at Clifton shop somewhere. That place, where is it? Near the, just before the food, all this Mr. Burger and all that. Before that, they have a bank there, and there was a shop for something I can't remember right now. So you see, and there's a Standard Chartered Bank there, I think. I'm not sure. Principal's son used to work there in Standard Chartered Bank. So I mean, I was like, oh God, who have they sent? Maybe this is a good guy. So anyways, I needed help, so I was asking him if he's a reporter. Does he work for the TV, PTV? Give my story out. So then that shopkeeper started to tell me, no, don't talk to these people. I don't know him. I said, my God, he spoke to you like you were friends. He always comes here. So he said, no, I don't know him. I've never seen him before. And you be careful. So you look very intelligent, but then, sometimes we don't think. And in Tariq Road, he told me there's a lot of rape. That's when he came out with this. A lot of rape. The rate is, from before, it's gone up. In year 2000 somewhere. 2006, 7, somewhere like that. 8, 2008. So please be careful, like he was saying. How can we be careful? No matter how much we can, you think the rape victims have not taken care? So, this Tariq Masood, back to that, for 1 month, and then they're sending me that I will not leave you, and you, what? I should have reported Manzoor in Karachi long time ago. Oh. First you go take my lifeline away for 1 month. I miss the principal. I can't do this. A woman can. What? This is unfair. I was just thinking about like how we keep the women protected and the men can go out and do anything they like. I have to think twice. I haven't gone to the swimming pool. I've bought a full swimming suit, full sleeves, full everything, fully covered. Even the head, hair and all. But I haven't stepped in the swimming pool. So here we have to think twice. This is not life for a woman, suffocating, and it is unjust. So yes, the dress, there's a verse back to, oh God, I don't know where to start and where to end and where. So this is like disorderly speaking. Please, now this verse has come. The dress of piety is better than the best dress. And it's a Quran ayat. Anyhow, the Quran has some, like prostitution for slave girls is allowed under consent. But it doesn't say it like that. It says it in a way that deceived all the honest Shia who really honestly research. And they feel if this religion was not right, we would not be in this religion. If there was no Imam Hussein and the sacrifice, Imam Sajjad, we thought this religion was true. Bibi Sakina, 4-year-old, 3-year-old of Imam Hussein, what she had to go through. So we see how we were deceived, duped, treachery. My God, for years. Still I'm like looking at, I remind myself and I go back. Surah Nur, Ayat 33. People have tried to give me reasons, another verse from another place. Surah Araf, I looked at, indecency is not allowed in Islam. But you have to do some mental gymnastics. For the Quran has put it, since I found these verses in Surah Azab too, why Prophet Muhammad got married to Zayd's divorcee, Zainab, who was a very beautiful cousin of his. Why couldn't he marry the cousin before? So, and those verses, if you read between the lines, and our Shias told us that Rasulullah never makes a mistake. Surah Azab mein he's made a mistake. But that's okay. So then they give these reasons that I looked at it. If it is an flimsy excuse or is it a true reason, pure reason behind it? So what is pure reason? you can go back to, I can go back to St. Joseph's College, my logic years and philosophy classes, lectures, and find out like how to reason purely. There's bad reasoning and there's good reasoning too. The reason that God has, sometimes we say it is beyond, He has a good reason for it, like Allah ki maslahat hai, His mysterious ways. We cannot see, we cannot, like Hazrat Khizr killed a boy and then he told Moses that, did I not tell you, you will not have patience with me? So likewise, the dreams of Imam Mahdi in London, and before, one dream before going to London, and then he's disappeared. So I'm trying to look at what, because sometimes a person, even a saint, does a bad thing which to us seems like it is bad. But it is, like in the Quran it says, that you may find a woman bad, but she is good for you. Or something bad and it is good for you. So, like someone did, because I was having dreams and I can connect those signs with a person in London. And he's turned out, he's got a look-alike Paramahamsa Vishwananda. So they're explaining to me. Anyhow, I cannot talk about this right now in detail. Maybe do another video. But here, can you see that the tongue coming out and all these problems I've had with Facebook is just, you report it treacherously on the face of it, but what you have done in Pakistan, and gotten away with the crimes you've committed against humanity, against families, against a mother, and call yourselves Muslims and say the French ambassador should leave Pakistan. Of course, but his way was that he, Tariq Masood's way, whatever his reason may be, was terrible about Islam. Oh, I think, or he's told me that if you come to he threatened me, if you come to Pakistan, I'm going to show you. Like what? Show me what? It was a threat. But Facebook never did anything to him. I should have complained against him. He's got a wrong name. When he came to our house long time ago as Manzoor, was that the right name or the wrong name? False. And on Facebook he's got Tariq Masood. So what is this going on? And I don't know, I'm surprised at myself. I will be talking and getting headaches. Oh, the headache I got, they want me to say, no, I'll never speak against anyone. But I will. I want to die, but, like I'm taking money from Abu Dhabi or this and that. Sometimes I feel they stop me and they're saying something positive about Abu Dhabi. That this is going to be good for the future. So, anything else I've missed? Let me think about it. Yeah, so what befitting reply by Maryam Safdar, Nawaz Sharif's daughter to Jemima, calls me. It's a total unjust reply, unfair. Although very cleverly she said that I have nothing to do with you and this. Of course you have nothing to do with that. You definitely, your father put insinuated. In fact, he was the prime minister of that time, wasn't he? That's why Jemima Goldsmith put a wrong case thing on her. that she's smuggling antiques. She was sending these tiles to her mother. In the Quran it says whoever puts a false thing on someone, they say that, if you kisi ke gunah, that person has done nothing to you. Let's say I drink and all this. Let's say I drink, let's suppose, just a supposition, I drink alcohol. I don't hurt other people, but it is my guna. We are told that हम पर्दा रखें, हम खुदा हमारे गुनाह पता नहीं कितने 70 I think 70 they say. I think so, most probably. पर्दा रखता है. But what kind of a Muslim are you? You see, if you say someone is a lesbian, you haven't seen it. Like in Surah Nur ayat, it will come on you. So your father is the biggest smuggler. Nawaz Sharif. ये बड़े sheep in sheep wolves in sheep's clothing हैं ये लोग. They get away by saying these things, and we should not allow them to get away. Now it is high, it is gone, we are gone cases. You see, I am so crippled that no one will be able to help me. My mother's life slipped away from her hands. Our prayers, dua yastashir, dua sabah sab, dua sabah, dua mehraj, dua yastashir is one of the best duas, and there's dua hijab for mentally ill or emotionally unstable people. रसूलुल्लाह कसम खाते हैं अपने prophethood की. सलमान को कहते हैं, but it is not written. I didn't find that part. The merits of the dua yastashir on online. And please be careful. Humanity out there, honest people, not treacherous. But these people are treacherous. These are wolves in sheep's clothing, the Bible says, refers to them, such people. So we shouldn't get duped. Not a slight bit of this thing, Ram. You look berehem hai, berehem. Jemima Goldsmith said, good riddance to bad rubbish, when Nawaz Sharif lost the elections and Imran Khan won. And he had put a case, they wanted to frame her, which is like not bailable, that she has smuggled out, and she was pregnant with her second son, I think. So this is the plight of the Muslims. This is shameless, merciless, cruel. Anyways, these are the reasons, and we knew about it because there were very few people we were told were with the Haq Ali ke saath, the Shias, with Imam Ali. So very few people would be saved, very few Muslims. In fact, according to Sahih Bukhari, that narration, that those who do not believe in the Imam of the time, it means like this, the Imam of the time, Mahdi will die a death of ignorance. Yani meaning, all the Muslims around the world, sorry to say this, whether, you see, because then we Shias have done great research. Thank God I got it on a silver spoon, golden tray. according to that narration in Sahih Bukhari and Muslim, or Sahih Muslim, many Muslims, you're going to die. You're going to, you can pray, you can do fasting, everything. But if you do not know the true Islamic leader, like they think Caliph or whatever they take him as, I'm not quoting it word by word, but I had found this narration in one of the Sahihs of the Sunni sources. So that's how on this day we link it to Ghadir. Either Ghadir, right? The event of Ghadir. We Shias brought that verse out, that on this day we have completed your religion and favored Islam for you. Say, O Prophet, meaning Rasulullah, in brackets, if you do not say this, you have said nothing. Now, logically, if you look at it, and go through the Sunni sources, hadiths in Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim and Ibn Dawood or Abu Dawood, or what is it? Sorry, like that. Like I used to read Tejani's books, then I was guided, and Shias are the real Ahl Sunnah, or something like this. Who are the real Ahl Sunnah? Oh, God knows. Sorry, I've forgotten properly. You can check, and I'll be corrected. So all these books of Tejani I bought, and the references. Thank God at that time I had access to internet at home in Karachi. I would any kind of reference that was very important, it was from a Sunni source, I would go and check them online on Sahih Bukhari. You have a whole Sahih Bukhari online, and it is a true one. So even later on, if a Sunni says that no, you got it from the Jews, this web Sahih Bukhari. So anyways, then thank God, you know what happened? My aunt also started to do research on the true religion school of thought. So she bought volumes of Sahih Bukhari in Urdu. She told me, no, all these that he's mentioned are there, and that you're saying, you've checked online, it is true in these volumes in Sahih Bukhari. Okay, so that's why we Shias, I feel, are more. We just wanted to save Muslims. What do we get? And I'm not greedy or anything. We've seen life. Imran Khan has seen life. Imran Khan is not greedy. My father told me he's an honest man. But what they do in Pakistan, we must be under duress with the army and all that. Anyhow, back to my main point, where is that if, how can America harm us? Some people, Dua Sabasab, some people told the believers, Mu'mineen, that there's an army coming against them. They said, Allah is sufficient for us. He's the best helper, the best protector, the best provider. There and then we were victorious. The Mu'mineen were victorious. No, America cannot harm us. अगर कहते हैं कि half, we're going to cut the country into half, divided, and make one fight against another, all of you Muslims, Mu'mineen, say no. If they bribe the Sunni against the Shia, Sunnis say no. That's it. Okay, then they say that, okay, we're going to kill you all. Say, we are all ready to be martyred. हमें क्या मिलेगा? Martyrdom ही मिलेगा ना. This is what we Muslims were born for, Shias and all. This is what a true Muslim is. to save the lives of our fellow believers. Believers are guardians of one another. کہیں نہ کہیں پہ تو لوپ ہول یا وہ چیز شیطان جیسے یہ برائبری ٹیکرز ابھی ہاں ہمارے بچے کو اچھا ابھی ہمارے شیعہ میں بھی کبھی یا اچھا ہاں تو اس سے ہماری ڈاٹر شادی کرے گی تو ایک گھر ڈیفینس میں ملے گا ایک یہ ملے گا یہ دیکھیں then even one Christian said that I've given up on Pakistan because the rich are sleeping in Pakistan, the wealthy. اچھا میرے بیٹے کو اچھا ہاں میرے بیٹے کو نہیں مارنا میرا بیٹا کل کو کیمبرج جائے گا اور ادھر لندن جائے گا ہاں اس کی بیٹی کو مار ڈالو امریکہ. تو یہ پپٹ نواز شریف ایسا ہے دوسروں کی بیٹیوں کو مروا رہے ہیں بیچ رہے ہیں امریکہ کو خود جی رہے ہیں کہ پاکستان کا نام کرے گا میرا بیٹا what's wrong with you جمائمہ عمران خان اتنے بیٹیوں کو تم لوگوں نے مروایا گھروں کو ڈیمیج کروایا ہے امریکہ سے رشوت لی ہے اپنے کو بچایا ہے اور پھر کہہ رہے ہیں کہ ارے ایک میرا گرینڈ سن وہ پاکستان کا ایسا نام کر رہا ہے بے غیرت ہو بدبخت لعنت اللہ علیک تم پہ تو خدا کی لعنت ہے وہ تو قرآن میں لکھا ہے وہ تو قرآن نے مجھے تو کہنے کی بھی ضرورت نہیں ہے لیکن ایک ریمائنڈر ہے بیکاز یہ لوگ ہیپوکریٹس ایسے ہیں ہاں تم لوگوں کی آنکھوں میں دھول ڈال رہے ہیں بلائنڈ فولڈنگ یو پیپل دیز کرپٹڈ پاکستانی ایکس پالیٹیشنس جہنمی